right, now we will continue our case to use arithmetic in tNavigator to find well connection, okay, the connection between the blocks, the cells with the well bore. And we will go to the next method or next command, and it will be like this. So I want to add more condition, which is about pressure right now. So we have the first condition. This is to identify connection for producers. Okay, it's only about producer. And then plus, and then the next condition is I want to find connection to producer, but not just producer, but the connection that has, you know, oil saturation greater than 0.5. And now I want to put more condition, and it's about pressure. And I want to find connection with or blocks with pressure greater than 120. Okay, and I want to find or I want to include all these conditions into just one condition. And how do I do that? I use parentheses. First, I'm going to open this one. Okay, so I only have one parenthesis. And then this also within a parenthesis. Let me close it. And overall, I want to combine them into one parenthesis. So this is how we write it. And just remember this coloring. And if I click on apply, you will have more cells being green again. So what does it mean by the red color? The red color meets both the condition, this condition, and this combined condition. Okay, if the cells or blocks meet both conditions, this plus this, we will have red color. So the first condition is this one, that it is a well, it is a producer to be exact. Okay, and of course, these four wells are producers. And for cells or for blocks that only meet this only or that only, it will be colored green. All right. Okay, so this, okay, we can be sure that this red color will have oil saturation greater than 0.5 for sure because of this comment, and for sure the pressure is greater than 120. So can we check that? Let's check the pressure. You see here the pressure greater than 120. The pressure here greater than 120. And you can also check the saturation 0.7 and 0.6. Okay, if we go back to the here, after I identify blocks, with high pressure, for example, and high saturation, maybe I can do something with these blocks or this interval. If this interval hasn't been completed, hasn't been perforated, maybe I can do workover to add perforation at this section and this section. And what about the rest, the green color? It will be up to you. Maybe they do not meet the pressure criteria or the oil saturation criteria, and maybe we will put them in lower priority compared to the red one, because the red one already for sure meet all our criteria, being saturation, having oil saturation greater than 0.5 and being pressurized greater than 120. So that's the usefulness of this command line. Okay, if we handle, yeah, particularly if we handle big model, you will appreciate more the usefulness of this, of this command. All right, and what else do we have? Maybe we will add more condition, And let's say, or not more condition, but I want to replace the condition for pressure to permeability. So it's like this. So perm X, permeability in X direction. I want to find which cells, which blocks, you know, whose permeability in X direction are greater than the average permeability in X direction. Okay, greater than the average. So we can do that by typing this perm X greater than the average of perm X. It's like this. I just replace the pressure criteria and I change it with perm X. So everything else will be the same. I want to find the producer, this one for producer, and for the oil saturation, and now for the perm X. Let's say click on apply. Okay, there is red color here. I think we need to add more here. Okay, so we have more new cells, okay, with red color. So it means that red color for sure, it has good saturation greater than 0.5 and, permeability greater than the average permeability. And again, maybe you want to do something with that interval. Maybe you want to do workover, or maybe you want to optimize your production from that interval. Okay, whatever you need to do. All right. Okay, so again, the red color are for blocks where oil saturation is greater than 0.5 and permeability in X direction is greater than average permeability. Okay, so it's again very useful and very handy. You can very quickly identify blocks or intervals that maybe need more of your consideration. All right, and I think lastly, we can do something about trajectory loading. Okay, we want to load trajectory. And how do we do that? First, we go to project and then additional options, load well data. Okay, and then let's add trajectory. So here, go to trajectory, and then let's find the file, open this one. Okay, so this is our file or our folder. And yeah, again, this is the sample file from tNavigator. And we go to include and we find this welltrack.dat. Okay, and just click on open here. Okay, and then let's change the type to trajectory. And then of course, click on OK. Okay, so now you see, also we need to tick this one, draw trajectory. And now we have the line which indicate the trajectory. And you see something happen, some changes here after we add the trajectory. Now we cut a little bit of our cells or our blocks, and we can clearly see the connection. Let's uncheck the draw trajectory. Okay, you see the difference, right? Okay. So this is the condition after we draw the trajectory. And let's say we can also do this in arithmetic command line. We can type in W for well, M maybe for masking, okay, and T for trajectory, and C for connection. And then let's type in this involving asterisk and then comma and 1. Okay, we will select blocks through which well trajectory will go. Okay. By the way, 1 here means well. Okay. All right. So now, because we use only one, trajectory will also be considered. Okay. So again, this command line, this function will select blocks or cells through which well trajectory goes. So well trajectory goes through these blocks, through those blocks, and so on and so forth. And as before, this typing, okay, must to select wells, which means all wells, okay, all wells. And one is for condition for the well, for each of these wells. Okay, yeah, but I think the previous cases are more useful because in many cases we want to find blocks that are connected to our well bores, you know, that have sufficient oil saturation and sufficient pressure and permeability greater than the average permeability. We want to concentrate more on those blocks. Maybe maybe we can do workover, maybe we need to do stimulation. For example, maybe we can do fracturing to blocks that have, very low permeability, maybe we can do that. All right. And I think that's pretty much all. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope this video is useful. Thank you so much for watching and see you again in the next tNavigator videos. Thank you.